Have you ever dreamed of owning a zoo? Imagine being surrounded by exotic animals, watching them roam free in your carefully curated habitats, and sharing your passion for conservation with the world. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, before you jump into this wild venture headfirst, let's take a closer look at what it really takes to run a zoo, from the upfront costs to the ongoing expenses, and everything in between. We'll explore the financial challenges and opportunities of owning a zoo, share some insider tips and tricks, and give you a realistic view of what it takes to turn your zoological dreams into a financially sane reality. So, whether you're a wildlife enthusiast, an aspiring entrepreneur, or just curious about the economics of zookeeping, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the fascinating world of zoo ownership. Upfront costs of owning a zoo. Before you can start showcasing your animals and educating visitors, you'll need to secure a location, construct habitats, and obtain the necessary permits and licenses. These expenses can quickly add up, and it's essential to budget carefully to avoid financial setbacks. Land acquisition. One of the most significant upfront costs of opening a zoo is acquiring land. The cost of land can vary widely depending on the location and size of the zoo. For instance, the land cost for a 20-acre zoo in rural areas could be around $500,000, while a 50-acre zoo in a prime location could cost more than $5 million. Construction. Once you've secured land, the next major expense is building the habitats and other facilities. The cost of construction can vary depending on the design, materials, and labor. For instance, building a basic animal habitat can cost between $50,000 to $100,000, while more elaborate habitats or buildings, such as an aquarium or aviary, can cost millions of dollars. Permits and licenses. To operate a zoo legally, you'll need to obtain permits and licenses from various government agencies. These requirements can vary by location, but they typically include animal welfare permits, environmental permits, and business licenses. The costs of obtaining these permits can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s, depending on the type and number of permits required. Other upfront costs. In addition to land acquisition, construction, and permits, there are other upfront costs that you'll need to consider, such as equipment, vehicles, and startup inventory. These costs can vary widely depending on the size and scope of your zoo, but you should budget at least a few $100,000s to cover these expenses. The upfront costs of opening a zoo can be significant, and it's crucial to budget carefully to avoid financial setbacks. While it's tempting to cut corners to save money, this can lead to lower animal welfare standards and a poor visitor experience. Therefore, it's essential to prioritize animal welfare and invest in quality habitats and facilities to ensure the long-term success of your zoo. Ongoing expenses. Running a zoo is not just a one-time investment, it requires a significant amount of money to maintain the habitats and provide for the animals' needs.